Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 9 of Manifest, titled Dead Reckoning. So, Vance, Mick, and Ben are kind of going over their game plan, a little bit of a game plan for... Because they have the building. But Vance is like, no, I don't have anything but the building. I need, time to get some information, what's their plan, what do they want? So, send him away. They basically send him home. While Mick goes to work to, get the schematics for the floor plans or whatever for the place. While there, Ben sees a woman hobbling down the street and recognizes her as Autumn, or Emily, whatever her name is, Cox, who is from the plane. She says that she escaped out of a van, and immediately I'm like, I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit. But, they don't smell the same bullshit I'm smelling. And she also says that she found her way to Ben because of the callings, So they bring her to the boiler room. They had that dude from a few episodes ago. And they get S1E9 and Fiona. And they kind of have a kerfuffle, a bit of a kerfuffle. Over, Fiona's... What she says was theoretical, neuroscience. Due to, the obvious torture that Autumn went through. So Vance gets called in and explained about the callings and whatnot, and he's like, from this point on, Vance is in his I'm too old for this shit era. So he eventually decides to, he's going to get a team in, but Ben convinces him to let him go. Meanwhile, Jared joins Mick in the team. So they get down there and manage to rescue, after a kind of brief firefight, they manage to rescue everybody while the fire's going on. Also, Vance believes him because at the facility they were torturing the people at, they turned it up to like 180 whatever. So damn near all the people started feeling it. S1E9, Mick, Cal, Ben. Fiona wasn't feeling it though, which is kind of did make me a little suspicious because she never felt it, but whatever. So they managed to capture Lance Bellstrom, I think his name, or Bellstrom, whatever that I think his name is. Only, the oxygen tanks that they had for the torture victims exploded. Also, Cal showed up. Meanwhile, also, Ben's wife, I forgot her name. I swear to God, every episode I forget one character's name, despite just seeing this episode. I forgot her name. It's gonna come to me after I finish in the video, whatever. Ben's wife is throwing a party so he can interact with all his friends from before. Meanwhile, cops, maybe, people from his old workplace show up and inform her that he's not at work. His job was terminated and they need his key card. So Cal runs away to help him, Ben, and informs Ben that he's the only one who can lead him. So he leads the tactical team, Fiona, and the torture victims by a light path only he can see. The explosion hits, buries Vance, Jared, and them, and the others, while Mick, Ben, and Cal are kind of hit in the blast. Cal kind of. So Ben brings Cal home, and immediately his wife flips their shit. Which is Grace. That's her name, Grace. Yeah, I knew I'd remember it. Grace flips her shit. Very, very well so. I get that Ben needed to go, but he needed to be an adult in that situation and send Cal with Mick home. You can risk your life because you need to. Like, from a perspective, we know that what Ben was doing was right, except with the Cal situation. Okay, Cal, thank you for the information. Now get in the car. You're going home. Okay? Okay. He never said that Mick needed to be there. Okay, so, yeah. Meanwhile, Jared's in the hospital. Where's his wife? She's not there. Why is his ex-girlfriend / fiance there, but not his wife? That's just... Could they not get the actress? So, like, she's kind of praying. So, she now believes that the Callings can save people. Because she prayed to the Calling to save Jared, and she asked the Calling to save Jared, so... And now that Jared's alive, she kind of believes the Callings did it. I don't know. She gets into a little discussion with Ben about it after he was kicked out. I do believe Ben and Grace might be nearing their divorce arc. He also, in the argument, asked to take Cal with him, which is like... Grace was putting up some very valid arguments. Like, she mourned her son. She buried her son, kind of. The best she could. Like, she was throwing the numbers out there. I do kind of feel bad that Olive witnessed that argument, though. Also, him asking to take Cal was just like, damn. So he goes to the boiler room, and that's when he has the conversation about Jared and the Callings with Mick, and she's like, yeah, you can say all you want, but if it was Grace in there, you'd have been on your hands and knees praying to the Calling too. Also, why the fuck are they in the boiler room? Doesn't their dad near them? Can't they just, run to dad? I mean, I'm sure their father will allow them to, bum it on the couch or whatever, or a guest bedroom. It's got to be preferable to the boiler room. Anyway, Sanvi and Autumn show up. Also, Vance is dead, which is like, damn. I thought he was going to be a major character. Fuck me, I was wrong. I mean, also, I don't think he's dead, though, because I think I saw something about him being in later seasons. So maybe he's pulling the ultimate government trope of government secret agent thing of faking their death. Probably. I don't know, but also... I can't see that being, if that is the case, until, like, either very late this season or next season. So, what's the government connection now? Is there going to be no government connection? I don't know. Anyway, I kind of, whatever. I kind of am glad he's gone, because now we get to see Mick and Ben be secret agent badasses, I guess. Because I kind of feel like that's kind of where they have to go to figure out. Because the ending episode shows that Autumn was asking someone, now what? Meaning, and then, flashback that she was released and didn't escape. Of course. I smelled the bullshit. So it kind of makes me think, they're going to have to continue to figure out who, she's working for. Just without the Vance and the NSA resources. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode, and honestly, my favorite part was the conversation between Ben and Grace. Especially Grace's conversation part. I'm so glad I remembered her name, man. I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.